I'm just switching those around because flamethrower doesn't have any extra ammo, so.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it. Isaac.
Oh. Look at all the boxes. I love how these just come out of nowhere.
Is all I got left.
Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. How did I grab that and the thing? That's interesting. God, it's so easy to like do that by accident with this thing. I'm imagining that would kill 30 enemies with this gun. Well, that's frustrating. New attack. I don't know where these are coming from. It feels like every time I attack, it drops a thing. Or at least I've gotten hit by one of these. I'd appreciate it if it gave me some contact beam ammo though. That'd be stellar. Oh, fuck me. Okay, thank you, contact beam. Wait, but I never got to go in the room. In this room. I'm assuming there isn't a way over there. Could probably end the game. It's just, it's made me very suspicious. Especially since I actually let you, like, just run around there. Oh god, are we gonna, are we gonna get the jump scare?
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I wish I was just
No. It's still there. So, the biggest shakeup there was honestly just having Cross be alive and having her kind of be like Isaac hallucinating Cross as her. Which all, it makes me wonder if when when Isaac was telling her to ping Nicole's thing to tell her where to go, like if she actually pinged cross, if she had a feeling. I don't. Oh man, I don't know. Very interesting. And I appreciate it because it kind of at least answers that question of like, how is she doing these things? If does that mean the Nicole she saw in the one spot was also cross? Oh man, that was such a good idea though to have cross, to have Isaac believe cross is Nicole, and then have cross believe that Isaac is Jacob Temple. That's good, especially because I don't know like how if she I don't think she even knew that Tempo was still alive right until chapter 10 or whatever it was, chapter 10 or 11. I think it was 10. Um, like yeah, this was a massive improvement. There was like a few small times I wish Isaac did talk a little more, or at least engaged a little more, but overall I'm very happy with the changes they made to this game. Um, yeah, we'll see if there's any things after. I do like to let the credits roll. I still have a bit over an hour till the Pokemon Direct, so we need to get it done. Got my goal done, which is to get this game finished for today. And I'm sure I'm going to be playing this on my own time quite a bit because, and assuming if there's like a new game plus where I can carry over stuff and continue to upgrade stuff, probably do that. It makes me really happy that I enjoyed all the weapons too. I mean, some more than others, but like I even the Force, like the Ripper, which may have been my least used gun, I still like it. It just kind of doesn't feel very practical a lot of the time. But it's also because I haven't upgrade. I didn't really upgrade it at all. Same with the Force gun. The Force game, like concept wise, it's cool. It looks cool. It sounds cool to use. What it does is really cool, and it's definitely one of those things where it's like I would have used it if it wasn't just for the fact that I liked the other guns so much. The line gun and the pulse and especially the contact beam. I think like that easily became my favorite gun of the game. That thing is just satisfying to use. It's just a fuck you laser. um, Tom Jacobs. That is the original actor, right? I'm so happy that they made sure to get him. I'm actually curious. For the other actors, I wonder if they grabbed the same actresses or actors for the other characters, or if they did recast them. Because like none of the other characters, as far as I know, have anything to do with the other games since they all died. So only Isaac made it out, which is a hell of a story. It's always one of those things like when you were that last survivor that makes it out, nuts, you know? Yeah, I will say it was like, I don't know why it was stuttering so much. So there are two graphic options. I'm pretty sure I was running on performance because I think the higher frame rate will be nice for everyone. Generally, most people want the higher frame rate. I'm usually a bit more of a, I usually, like, I don't mind 30 FPS at all. You know, there is a reason I play a lot of older games. It's not because I want 30 FPS, it's just because I don't mind it. Like, yes, if I go from 60 FPS, or in some cases where in like some multiplayer games on the Series X that have 120 FPS options, I have gone from 120 FPS to 30, and trust me, that is jarring. But I get you, like, after playing for a little, I get used to 30 FPS. It's not a problem for me personally. Yeah, I definitely think standard-wise, 60 FPS should be the standard for nowadays, but I don't, like, I know I've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure in recordings. I don't. I think it's kind of ridiculous when people are like, "I can't accept 30 FPS. 30 FPS is just too bad." It's like, whatever. People will be people. Um, but yeah, besides the quite a bit of stuttering and stuff at the end there, uh, it ran pretty well. Like it looks really good, performed really good for the most part. I do have to kind of give it that small black mark just because the performance did hitch up quite a bit. Especially seems more near the end of the game, probably because things are getting more hectic or there's more going on. There's more effects, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see if the perform or the graphics mode or whatever is maybe a little more stable. I'll see on my own. Um, this is an immensely fun game, and the shop is way more interesting because it doesn't just become okay. Well, now I'm just going to buy power nodes from here for like 98%. I'm sure if you're playing medium and especially if you're playing hard, there is more. You will be buying health packs and stuff from that shop. But I would say if even if you're good at the game, the original on normal, you're probably still going to end up using the shop mostly for nodes, right? Which makes me wonder if maybe in the original that's why they have just these empty sockets, like where you have to kind of just waste a node to get to the next thing. It's because they might they kind of have a feeling that you might just be loading up on nodes at some point once you get far enough in the game. Because I'm trying to remember, in the original game, doesn't it have you buy more of the stuff? Like in terms of getting new weapons, I think they come from the shop, right? Those will just appear in the shop at a point. Not all of them, but some of them, I think. Or here, like all you find all the guns somewhere in sitting in the world, which is pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, the like having guns on the upgrade path actually have like special upgrades that actually provide a huge modifier instead of just like a damage buff, reload speed buff, range buff, that kind of thing. Like really, really cool idea, and I do appreciate getting rid of the slots that don't do anything. Like they're just there to kind of waste a node. I appreciate like the changes introducing the clearance level thing as well. And you need the master clearance if you really want to get like those the best upgrades. Or the rest of the upgrades, I should say. If they're the best, that's debatable. Um, but yeah, I can see why people love this, and I enjoyed playing it. It will take me a little bit to decide if I think this is better than the RE4 remake. I feel like I've heard more people praise this more than the RE4 remake. It's kind of hard. I think I the thing is I don't think I'm going to play this like 5 times over like I did with the RE4 remake. That came out and I like legitimately did 5 playthroughs pretty much back to back to back to back. Um, because I did like my original run on it, and then I did like a casual run I think, and then I did casual run with just Leon's code on because I wanted to, and then I did a hardcore run, then I did a pistol only run, and then I did a no mission run. Honestly, this game doesn't really have things like that from my knowledge. Uh, but I can definitely see myself at least like doing a second playthrough or most of a second playthrough because I would definitely like to, especially if there's a new game plus. I do want to get the other weapons maxed out or at least leveled up more, and I mean do a bit of achievement hunting too. Sorry, I'm looking at my tablet because I'm just seeing what's going on over there. Oops. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna give it to the RE4 remake for me, and it's more of a personal thing where I think more of the stuff from that game appeals to me than this. but this is a stellar remake, and definitely did a lot to improve upon the original. Um, Definitely the next, like, I'm not. There's no hiding. Like, what I'm doing next is Dead Space 2. That is the game I've been waiting to play the most. There's also, like, and it's not just because it's the only game. It was, well, I shouldn't say the only game, but it was the game I had heard the most about. I think it's the most praised game in the series. I mean, this might become the most praised now, but in terms of the original trilogy, before this came out, I think the second game was often held in the highest regards. Um, Something I want to note though is what my brother played. He started the second game, but he never finished it. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I was thinking about that. And I was like, there's just that I think it will feel fulfilling to do it because I know like he couldn't or was unable to. And I should say it's not like he did this like close to before he passed away. It was earlier. I think he was around 15, 16. Because I know at that point he had moved out. Not on his own, mind you. It was family reasons, and he went to live with other family. Um, but when I would visit him on summers and whatnot, he had a modded 360, and he had Dead Space 2, and I can't remember if it was friends or whatever talking about, but he tried it, and I know I watched him play it a little bit. That game is terrifying, and I don't know how 12-year-old me managed to watch a whole playthrough of that game. Frankly, it was surprising to me, and I'm twice that age now. I'm more than twice the age of when I watched the game, and I'm terrified at the prospect of playing it, but it is time. I will definitely be getting to that very soon. And I hope sometime soon that, I hope it would be fantastic if we did learn sometime this year if there is going to be a Dead Space 2 remaster or remake. I would be fine with a remaster, and when I say remaster, I just mean like they redo the graphics and audio and that kind of stuff. This music. A remake to me is changing some of the foundation of the game, like level progression, maybe changing the story up a little bit, that kind of stuff. And yeah, there are definitely like enough aspects here that change it to be remake, to qualify as a remake for sure. Also, I have to say when I was uploading this, it was kind of hard because like the official title of the game is just Dead Space. It's not Dead Space Remake. It's just Dead Space, which makes it a little frustrating because when I was titling, I was like, well, I don't want to just say Dead Space because I already did a playthrough of the original. Like that one, I just called that Dead Space. um, yeah, I did go like we're gonna call it Dead Space Remake. Probably when I do my RE4 playthrough at some point, the remake, I will be titling it Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake because I don't want any confusion. In terms of titles, like I know people will, once you click on the video or even see the thumbnail, you'll be like, oh, that's the remake. But I think it's just important to have that clarity in the title as well. But yeah, that will be next. We'll see if I get it started next week or not. I might have like a week off. I might not record for the next week or so. I'm also very behind in my videos. Like I uploaded my first recording session of this game and that's it so far. I have not gotten to like the next, and I know this is going to be like this playthrough is probably going to be over 50 parts. Could be close to 60. We'll see. There's a bit of editing I'll need to do because I think there's some points where I was staring at maps a lot and could probably reduce that. About half an hour, a little over half an hour to that Pokemon Direct. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Like, this was a great time. I enjoyed it a lot. For the most part, it's just like, um, you know what? I think there was like I've been going through some threads and stuff on a Dead Space 2 remake, right? So I know, and I might have talked about this on a previous recording session. My apologies if I've forgotten. Um, Apparently the team Motive that made this is working on an Iron Man game, which will be fitting. Actually, I do. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm now 90% sure I've talked about this, but from all reports I've read, they're working on an Iron Man game. I don't know if they have a second team or not. But I do like. I genuinely hope that they get to do a Dead Space 2 remake. I mean, or remake or master. The first one sold very, very well. I think the second game would honestly be the one there where they have to change the least to like if they like I said, if they just settled for full graphical remaster, audio and that kind of stuff, I think that would be fine. Like genuinely like maybe make little quirk changes to certain aspects. Like I know part of this game, remaking this game, was they brought a lot of Dead Space 2 aspects into it. What aspects entirely, I don't know because I have not played the second game yet. But I imagine there are some things specifically in this one that they, for this remake, like ideas they had for this, that they can put into that remaster of the second game. But if they wanted to kind of just keep the story and level progression and that kind of stuff the same, and maybe just tweak the gameplay a little bit, I think that would be fine. I think a lot of people would be happy with that because Dead Space 2 is a pretty, from all accounts I've heard, is a very, very good game. I what I want to say though, another thing I want to say because this has been online. I remember reading someone that said this game ties into better with Dead Space 2, and after having now beaten it and watching that ending, I mean how? Like yes, this game did a much better job in terms of Isaac's. I can't remember the full context of what I was reading, but the reason it annoyed me for some additional reason, but like this game, and that's just an after credit sequence. This game doesn't really like show him getting to the sprawl. I believe that's the name of the location in the second game. So unless there's an after credit sequence, we'll see. Which I have not seen anything on. I do not know if there is one. I don't really see like this game definitely did a better job at showing that Isaac is like how the marker and everything affected him and how it affects you mentally. But the first game still did that. It's not like the first game didn't do that at all. This game just like worked more with that idea, that aspect of everything going on. But the actual ending is so like the first game ends with him hallucinating Nicole. This game still ends up with him hallucinating Nicole. Like the first game still tells you like, hey, this isn't just because the marker in Age of 7 is destroyed or whatever, that it's gone. Like he's apparently affected by what's happened here. So I read that and I was like, I mean, I'll wait till I finish the game, but it was one of those just one of those messages I read. It was like, I guess we'll see, but I don't. I can say that I don't agree with that. With what he said, I don't feel this ties in any better with the second game than the original did. Unless again, there's an after credit sequence. I have no idea how long these credits are. I feel that I know with modern games, these credit sequences are just longer and longer. So, rather special thanks. I might hit fast forward soon if it's keeps kind of going on. $50,000 credits awarded, 10 power nodes awarded, text logs awarded. Ah, there it is. Advanced Soldier Rig Level 6 suit. Your progress has been saved, and you have unlocked a new game plus.